No, it came up recording.
Yeah, but I think I'm out of storage. Okay, well, welcome everybody. This is the last Zoom of the year. We are not going to have a Zoom on Christmas, and we're not going to have one on New Year's Day. So, and then we're going to kick off the new year with, I think, some excitement. You know what? January often is the biggest year that the biggest month that we have in terms of new people getting started. People are making those New Year's resolutions and wanting to make changes. Most people eat a little too much over the holidays. I'm already guilty of that. And so January can be the absolute best month for our business. However, we have to prepare for it in advance. So that's kind of what I want to talk about here today. We have so many great events that are coming up. The number one thing that we have to be building for, obviously, is the Wendy Campbell event that Kathy is graciously running. And which is, and I even have them here from the weekend, the Wendy Campbell flyer and our Winterfest flyer, if you will. Getting new people to hear Wendy, getting new people in front of her that have never heard her before on Friday night is key. It's critical, okay? This is not an opportunity that we have very often. And it's our Winterfest boot camp is until January 20th, and the Wendy Campbell is the 19th. So we do have some time after the holidays are over, but it's really important that we start now. So whether that is, just telling our stories over and over again, telling our product stories to get new customers, and sharing our business story, sharing our shred story, whatever. And we're going to be, Kathy, you fast-tracked. You did your VF fast track during the Christmas holidays by doing just that, correct?
Yes, yes.
And you didn't even know you were fast tracking. You just knew you were excited and telling everybody.
Well, I knew I wanted to fast track because I saw that if I got 20 customers in less than 60 days, I would be promoted. But I didn't know what a VF was.
Right, exactly. So here's the thing. We've got to be doing the activities now. It's like sowing the seeds so we can reap the harvest in January. And there's a lot of different ways we can do it. As I said, the first way is sharing our stories with as many as possible. The second way is doing smaller events. Whether that's, between now and then inviting people for a smoothie party. And I know Kathy just had a big Energy Bites thing. I know, Lydia, you've been doing booths and things. And I apologize, I'm not so sure, Marcia, what you've been all up to. But hey, Lynn, how you doing? So, but the critical thing here is small events so that we can meet new people and get new people excited, so we'll have more people to bring to Wendy Campbell and Winterfest, okay? So I think the Pajama Boot Camp, the Pajama Regional, sorry, not Boot Camp, that we've been posting, also is at a critical time. This is a small event. I am not going to do a huge event here at my house. I want each and every one of you to go and sign up. And it's like $5 if you sign up, and you need to have like 5 people because they only have a limited number of slots for the Zoom regional. So they want.
What exactly is that, Jan?
What?
What exactly is that, the Pajama Regional?
Basically, by Zoom, they're going to do trainings on Friday night and Saturday so that people don't have to fly somewhere or drive somewhere, okay? They're going to be just like we are here today, doing a Friday night training and then doing Saturday. And they take a break for lunch. So they recommend have people over maybe for a little potluck on Friday or, a nice lunch or whatever on Saturday, and together in small groups, learn together, all right? So it's kind of like having a training in your living room. And you can be doing this all over. You don't have to be here in Chicago. We have team all over the place. And whether it's Janet Johnson in Florida and you've got your brother down there in Florida right by her, they can team up together, Marcia, and they can do a program in one of their homes. inviting a few other people that are looking at the business. Okay? So the whole point is to get more new people involved using these kind of events so that we then have more new people that we can put before the larger events like the Wendy Campbell here. Okay? Because we know we need to go wide. If we are going to be growing our business, it doesn't matter if you're a DD, VF, or National Marketing Director. It doesn't matter. We all need to be doing the same thing, sharing our story so we can bring on new people direct to us. Yes, we have to support our team, but we have to keep that in balance. We have to make sure that we're working with those people that we love to work with, okay? But we've got to look for new people direct to us. Just like I brought Laura to the event on Saturday. We're always wanting to bring new people. Yes, I want to be there for each and every one of you and help you with your team, but you know, I need to focus and you need to focus on more new people direct to you, okay? That going wide is key. And how you do it, you share your story, you tell your story over and over and over again. So the other thing is January is the time that, you know, after we eat all these sweets and drink all the champagne and do all the things that we know are not the best for us throughout the holidays, everybody is saying, okay, it's time to turn this around. Let's get serious. Let's make those New Year's resolutions, which is why we have a big Shred 10 that is starting up on the 8th, okay? We have to make a big deal about this. We need to be inviting people now. This is critical. And what I was thinking is, yes, we have all of our videos and everything else, but I think that instead of a team call or Zoom call on that first Monday night, which is January 8th, which is when we're going to start the Zoom, let's have a live Zoom for everybody who's going to be doing the Shred. And let's include stories from some of us that have been doing the Shred very successfully. Again, like Marsha and myself, and we can add some other things in there, and you guys can tell us what else we can add. Dr. John can talk a little bit about the science behind the Shred and why it works. Okay, let's do what do you guys think?
I like it.
A live Zoom that
Definitely.
Monday night to kick off the Shred would be awesome, where we share some of our stories and then join and invite others to join us. You know?
Jan, wouldn't it be maybe better to do maybe a live Zoom maybe 2 weeks before or so the Shred to get people on board?
I would love to, but we're backing up against the holidays.
I know.
1 week before it's New Year's. You know what I mean? We could do something the end of New Year's week, or we could do it as a welcome. I don't care. I mean, we could do something like the Thursday or Friday before, but everybody is still in holiday mode.
Yeah.
So it's a little tough. We could start even a second Shred. I was wondering if in January we don't do 2 Shreds back to back.
We could.
You know, I'm really thinking that that's what we do because it's January, is that we do one on the 8th and then we do another one 10 days later or 2 weeks later, if you will.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea, just
Yeah.
because, as you say, it's January and people are focusing on their health and
Yeah.
losing weight more than any other time of the year, I think, is after the
Right, and
holidays.
they can join us on the 8th. They can decide to join us right then and there. They can wait to the next one, or they can kick in and then continue on.
And do 2.
Yeah, I think we should do 2. I think that would be excellent.
You know what I'm doing too is I took the flyer that you made and I put a date over your date, and it says Saturday, January 6th, and we're doing a prep party. Can you see that?
A prep party for the Shred. Awesome.
Yeah, at 3:00 on Saturday afternoon. So
Great.
we're telling them to buy their shakes early, but
Good.
then we're going to help them. You know, I think we'll probably do salad in a jar and give them a list what to go buy on Sunday.
Awesome. These are all fabulous ideas. You know, and then we start off the Shred with success stories of people that have been doing the Shred before. I just think that'd be great. Let's do it twice. Let's do it then
Yeah.
2 Mondays after
Yeah,
that
2.
again. Because January is just a really hot month. And John, I know you did the science behind the Shred for what, the men's call?
Right, so I'd have a few comments if people would like to listen. That'd be great. I'm just going through the guidelines here. That's right off the this report before. So let's just go through it. Add more real food. So plant-based diet primarily. If you're going to do a meat, small amounts, grass-fed, organic, or eggs, again, organic, small amounts. But the key to it is adding Juice Plus Trio and the 2 shakes a day. I can't tell you when we've gone from 1 to 2, it makes the most important difference in the world. And remember, the shakes are high in fiber.
Just make this a quick video because
Yeah.
we're going to go through it more that month.
High in fiber and are low in glycemic. Plenty of water we know is important. It fills us up, it hydrates us, our brain, our heart works better. Sleep 7 or 8 hours. You know, if we're not sleeping properly, that's a stressful state. Insomnia, sleep deprivation, we have high adrenaline levels, and exercise on most days. Eliminate gluten. Well, gluten is pro-inflammatory for many people are sensitive. Dairy, we know, also can be harmful in many ways. They increase your risk of diabetes, type 1 and type 2, increase your risk of breast cancer and prostate cancer. So there are very good reasons to restrict dairy. Caffeine, people ask me, well, caffeine, isn't that a stimulant? Might not be good. I just read a study that linked caffeine to increasing your craving for sugar. So the old coffee and donuts is a real entity. So the more caffeine the drink, the more you're going to crave sugar. And of course, that's one thing we want to reduce. Alcohol, processed food, artificial refined sugars. One other thing I want to mention is that eating after 6. You know, when we eat a lot of food, we're putting high amounts of insulin out during the day. Insulin is going to push those sugar into their muscle cells, and that's a good thing. But any excess sugar, insulin is going to convert that to fat. And that's what's happening during the day. Well, we don't want that happening at night. So you want a period of about 12 hours fasting overnight. You can make it 6 p.m. to 6 a.m., 8 p.m. to 8 a.m., whatever, but you want those 12 hours fasting. Why? Because the sugar levels drop, of course, you're fasting. Insulin levels drop, so you have less tendency to form fat. And now you have release of growth hormone, kind of the opposite effect of insulin. And that's where we build, we repair, increase protein synthesis, repair our DNA, repair our cell membranes. We need this reparative hormone. And we're eating late at night, 10 o'clock at night, 11 o'clock at night, we're putting out more insulin, right, to bring that sugar down. And that's going to form fat cells. Not good when you're going to bed at night. So we want that 12 hours of fast at night, let insulin go away, let growth hormone come out. And we know there are so many diets out there, people can lose weight in many different ways. But what I love about this shred, it's also a detox. We learned, of course, that our body protects its vital organs by storing toxins in our fat. So when we burn off some fat, we lose some weight, we're releasing toxins. And we actually may be getting more sick, releasing these toxins into our brain, heart, and other vital organs. The body's trying to protect us. So unless we detox at the same time we lose weight, we really may be actually hurting ourselves. That's why you can see some people on some of these crash weight loss diets, they look terrible sometimes. And that's maybe because they're releasing all these toxins and they are doing themselves maybe more harm than good. So there is really a lot of scientific basis behind these rules in the shred. And I'd just like to go over a few of them now, and I'll go over them more in detail.
Right. So we can share some stories in these 2 Zooms. We can do a little bit about the science behind it. And then I also thought what we should do, we can have people volunteer for this, some suggestions or tips for those of us that have done it before on how to be able to stay on the shred. I mean, obviously, if you're coming home from work and you're starving and you haven't done food preparation, if you haven't purchased the kind of food or whatever that is, the kind of thing you want to eat when you're on the shred, you're starving, you're going to make some bad choices. So I think we want to give people some suggestions on how to make the shred more successful. So that's something else we could be thinking about. So any other suggestions for that Zoom in prep for it? Suggestions on how to do it more successfully, stories that show success stories, and then a little bit of the science behind it.
And the resources, the great recipe books that you have with the healthy
Right,
cookbooks
right,
are
right.
fantastic.
So we can go over that as an intro. It's not instead of each and every one of us doing our job, working with our own customers, but I think if we bring people together and they see each other's faces, they can maybe introduce, say hi on the shred, and then when they're together on the Facebook page, I think it'll be a kind of a good group. And what I would like to see is maybe some of these people that are going to start the shred on the 8th, come to Wendy Campbell, come to our winter boot camp. Because that's the thing, guys. We should all be thinking now about all the people we're going to see over the holidays, sharing our stories with them, and you know, encouraging them to join us. And don't be afraid to invite somebody who is not even on Juice Plus to tell them that I pick you, as Wendy Campbell has often said. I would love for you to come and learn from Wendy with me and join me at the boot camp. Don't be afraid, because all I can say is yes or no. And if you don't ask, the answer is no anyway.
And you are really gifting them. She gives a very medical lecture. They are going to take pages and pages of notes, believe me.
Yeah.
I do.
But take it one step further. Invite them into the team. Invite them into our Juice Plus culture, if you will. Just be bold and do that. I have already invited somebody who is not even on Juice Plus, and she said she's probably going to go. So, you know, it takes guts for me too. And I want to encourage each of you have people on your dream team. I would recommend each of you sit down and write down 5 people you'd love to have on your team, and figure out how you're going to see them between now and then, and do a plan. You can't concentrate on everybody. If you took like a couple of your top customers that really love Juice Plus, and then the people that you know in your life, and remember, recruit up. Invite those people to join you that you think they'd never join me, but boy, if they did, they could rock this. They know so many people, they could just do amazing. Add a few of those to your list, and then do a plan of how you're going to drip on them between now and the boot camp. You know, meeting them for coffee,
Carpooling,
sending
driving
them
over.
pictures of your tower guard. I don't know what's going to take, but do a little plan for each of these people of how you're going to expose them to not only Juice Plus, but to our culture, if you will. And maybe that includes having some things at your home in a really small group as part of the holidays. I just want to get you thinking, okay? All right, that's what I wanted to cover tonight. We need to sow those seeds now so we can reap the harvest in January. Okay.
That's great tips.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
I'm going to turn this